Welcome back to Don't Tick the Box, and today we have another do-it-yourself video for you. Namely, I will be making alongside with you my prized winter mix. It's a herbal tea that I mix myself from dry ingredients to last me usually through the winter, and it has a little bit of everything to combat typical winter, shall I say, illnesses, or not illnesses, that's too strong a word, but to help you combat typical winter phenomena. So what will you need? A big bowl to mix your stuff, a scale. I won't be using it a lot because a lot of the stuff I got is packaged in packs of 100 grams, which is very easy for me, so I don't have to weigh off a lot of things. And maybe if you like, you will also need a spoon to mix it up properly, and then we will put it in a container. Okay, I will start with the basics. The basics are oak bark. Of this you will need 200 grams. Don't mind the dust. Next, you will need licorice, or as it is called in Dutch, zoethout, sweet wood. You need a lot of this because you need to overpower the really not so tasty taste of the oak bark. Actually, I should also explain why I put these specific ingredients in. Oak bark is good for your immune system, and it also has a natural anti-fungicide and anti-bacterium in it. So this should help you, or this should prevent you from getting classic wintry type sicknesses like a flu or a cold. Licorice, which I will now be adding. I put this in, 1 for flavor, and 2 because it helps your digestive system. A classic thing in the winter is to eat a lot because you're cold. It's a way of the body to tell you, wait, you need more energy, eat a lot. But of course, you don't eat the most healthy of stuff, and there's not a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables readily available in the winter, so you eat a lot of things that aren't really that good for you, especially stuff like sugar and fats. So licorice is a good way to either help your sweet tooth, because it thinks, oh, this is really nice and sweet, yum yum yum, but it doesn't have that much calories, and it also helps you digest the fatty foods and sugars that you do eat. So we need a lot of that. As I said, you see me putting all this stuff in without weighing it because the packs I have been opening so far were all 100 grams. So that's... Oh, I will list the proper ratios in the description below, because you probably won't remember it anyway if I'm just telling you. Just watch how I do it. And now, on to the weighing. We will need, with this 500 grams, half a kilo of stuff, we will add 50 grams of lavender to help you sleep. I don't put in a lot because lavender can be very overpowering. In terms of effectiveness, I could add more, but that really influences the flavor and I'd rather not do that. So I will just put in 50 grams, but this I will have to weigh off because the pack is 75 grams. Seems my scale is a little out of tune. Let's try this again. Yeah, that should probably be it, according to what is left in the pack. Now, since we do want something that makes you sleep rather well, or at least helps you get a proper night's sleep, this might sound a little weird because not a lot of people have trouble sleeping for a long time in the winter because of the lack of daylight. But actually, you usually don't sleep that well, or it takes a long time to get to sleep. So even in the winter, it's a good idea, if you have in general trouble sleeping, to drink some very calming tea in the evening. Since I didn't put in the amount of lavender that would get you maximum effect, I'm going to aid the lavender a little by adding some valerian. Just like not how shall I put it? The bare minimum, like maybe 25 grams. You especially don't want to put in so much that you can actually taste it, because I don't think it tastes very nice. I don't know, maybe some people like it, but I don't like it. So I put in just a little bit of it to help support the lavender in getting you a good night's sleep. Okay, I can already smell it, it's really strong. So let's add that to the mix. I'm starting to think I should have gotten a bigger bowl, it's really huge. And now lastly, a bit of a surprise, because I add one surprise ingredient every year. Last year I put in chamomile to again support the calming effect, but this year I'm going to add something to boost your immune system, or also aid the lungs, namely some crushed pine leaves. I got them from somewhere else, so these are not in a plastic bag as you have seen me unpack the other stuffs. And I don't know how much I have left, so I will try to get maybe 50 grams out of it, but if I can get 100, I'm going to add 100. So let's see how much we have left. Okay. So this is like maybe 50 grams. It's not a lot. It looks like a lot of stuff, but it's really light apparently. So I'm just going to add all of it. And as I said, these are crushed pine needles. They smell really nice. And this should add some flavor and also some like a boost for your lungs, who are very, very fragile in winter times usually. Actually, also in the summer when it's really dusty. So pine leaves, add them anywhere, anytime. But also to your winter mix. Now I can put this away. Where's the box? Well, we'll find the box later. And now I'm going to enjoy very much stirring this lovely pot of herbal mix. And once I get an even mix, I put it in a big bowl for myself. I make a big pot for myself, but I also share it along with friends because this is like almost 3/4 of a kilo of tea. And even though I drink a lot of tea, even herbal tea, and even more so in the winter, I'm not going to drink 3/4 of it if I only drink like maybe 1 or 2 pots a week. I strive to drink a cup of tea every night before I go to sleep, but of course that doesn't always happen. So it's usually 1 or 2 pots of this mix a week. It smells amazing. But I don't suppose like seeing me mix this is very interesting for you. Although I do want to show you how it will look, because now I seem to not have gotten the oak bark. You really want it properly mixed, because otherwise you're going to have a lavender mix when you start out, or depending on which you put in last or first, and end up by the end of February with just some oak bark left. And as I said, that really doesn't taste so nice. I mean, it's good for you, but it doesn't taste nice. So it's better to have it in a mix where you don't taste it, like this one. Okay, now, since seeing me mix this isn't probably very interesting, I'm going to call it quits for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will link to the shop where I got my herbs, but it's like the smallest, oldest shop, not smallest, but it's like one of the oldest shops that I know in the town where I am. And I'm not even sure that they have their own website. So I will just maybe name them in the description. Obviously, it's not sponsored, but everybody who lives in my hometown will know the shop and then will know where to get this. Anybody else, I would recommend check out your local nature shop, or maybe if you have a specific tea shop that specializes in loose tea and herbs. Ask around if they can help you find these ingredients. I think licorice and lavender shouldn't be too much of a problem, but oak bark and valerian are more of a niche thing. So I will link everything in the description. No, I will write out properly in the description what you need and how much you need. And then I really hope that you will make it for yourself and tell me how you liked it, because in this household it's a big favorite, and even the friends that I give a little pot every year are always very, very happy with it. So actually it's also quite a good idea if you put this in like a nice glass jar to give as a present to somebody that you know who's either has a cold or suffers some seasonal depression or something, this should really help. Well, that's all, I think. Now I've said everything. I said most things repeatedly. So I will leave you now. As you can see, the bark is coming through. And I can't describe it enough, but it smells really, really sweet and earthy, which is something that I absolutely love and like. And I wish I could share this smell with you, because then you would definitely not hesitate to make it yourself. But please, make it yourself, and if you're inclined to, let me know in the comments what you'll think about it. But for now, it's bye!